Okay, great morning. I'm going to pull some cards and look at Biden this morning. And then we'll look at the Tangerine Tyrant this morning and check in, see how they're doing. What do they think? How do they feel about the debate such as it was yesterday? Okay. First card out for Biden. Feeling like he's kind of okay with it. Okay. So let's see what else we have here with Biden. Promise. Okay. And transient. This too will pass. So it looks like at the beginning of it again, he's feeling pretty okay about it. I like the promises. It's got the things that he was, the snake there, the running from the snake, and the greatest show on earth, which is perfect. He put out the warnings about, how bad the show that, how the Tangerine Tyrant has tried to handle things and not handled things. Okay, put out warnings, stood up and said what he needed to say as much as he could with the situation at hand. Okay. So overall, he's okay this morning. He kept his cool and did as well as he could do under the situation. Flow. What's there to know about this? Flow. Okay. What is there to know about this? Flow. Yeah. That he put out the energy. He kept things going as much as he could. And he thinks that the energy he was putting out there was pretty victorious. Okay. Again, he kept his cool in the midst of the Tangerine Tyrant's things. Solitude. Today he's going back over things. Reassessing the situation at hand for the next one. Okay. But looks like what's to be known is he gave his best that he could give under the situation at hand. Okay. And now today's taking some downtime, just going over it and looking and seeing what he can see, what he can glean for the next one. Seeing, yeah. You go forward. Yeah. Go forward. He's ready to go forward. Okay. Again, put that energy out. Putting it out to others. Standing up for the beliefs. Sacral chakra. Yeah. Just really, he is within himself pulling forward that energy and ready to go for the next round, okay? So he's bringing whatever he's got out into the world, willing to share that from his own sense of power, and I don't want to say it in a bad way, not an egotistical way, sharing what he can share. Let's see. So what would he say on this? Pass. Pass. Yeah, passing on Trump's, all the things that they've got going, the Republic Uglies, okay, triumphant success. Yeah, passing on their, just their whole ideology, everything that's been going on with them. Besides the Tangerine Tyrant money problems and things coming up with him and his family and the whole thing. Yeah, I think that Biden was happy with what he got across, okay, that it's time to get away from this Republic Ugly agenda that they've got going. We're going to pass on that, and he thinks that he was able to bring that forward, okay, in a grounded message as much as he could yesterday. So at the heart of it, expansion. At the heart of this, expansion. Yeah. About getting Trump to walk away. Okay, expansion on why he needs to walk away. And Biden's going to continue to stand his ground and say, you know, it's time, and he's going to talk more about why it's time for Trump to walk away, why it's time for him to be gone. He's going to continue to expand on this, which is good, you know. Yeah. So what's being done? Hopeful. What's being done? Hopeful. Hopeful about making this a better situation for people. Foundation and achievement, yeah. He's talking about that we can make this better again. We can go forward. All is not lost. We can still recoup what we had before, make it better. He talks about putting in place a good foundation to go forward as a people. Is this really who and what we want to be? Okay, this is not who and what we are. So let's go forward and make this a better planet for people. Talking about also the need for better energy and how this is going to bring more jobs, bring more, yeah, so good. And what else is there to be known? What else can we know? Hawk. Karma. The wheel. And sacrifice. Yeah, honing in on the losses we've faced because of Trump's mismanagement. And karma is coming back around. He's not going to get away with this forever, okay? So at this present time, Biden and his team are up there like the hawk surveying the whole situation. They're going to hone in on a few important things and go after it. But one thing I think that they're going to continue to dwell on is the sacrifice, the loss of so many lives and people because of Trump's mismanagement, because he continues to want to just open up the economy too early, that it's all about his numbers and his economy, and he is not being realistic about the sacrifice, the loss of so many lives, okay? That all he cares, bottom line, is to make his numbers look good for monetary. And his numbers are not good for monetary. He says, oh, we've got so many jobs coming in. No, people have lost jobs. They're continuing to lose jobs. And a few are coming back, but nowhere near, even what people had. And now we're going to have the next point of sacrifice and loss. Our people are starting to lose their housing. Their evictions are starting now. Evictions of, a lot of evictions and things, losing their houses and stuff. That's coming up. I saw online the other day, there was one that was just horrid. These people sold their house. They were going to buy this RV. They had everything set up. And they lost everything. $125,000. They had put them on some sort of switched them, and saying, well, COVID, don't worry about it. You don't have to pay it for a while. I think it was a reverse mortgage or something like that. Talked them into. And then all that money comes due the minute you sell your place. $125,000 worth of things came due. You can't, you're not getting this grace where you're just not paying a mortgage for 6 months. I don't know how they could have thought that they're just going to forgive that and you're not paying anything. Okay? No, they just are putting that back for a time, but then all of that's got to be paid. So they lost their home, they lost, all this stuff. Sad situation. So this is going to come up for a lot of people as far as, this pushing back payments. Doesn't mean the payments go away. They just make it a big balloon. Now, if you can't pay it now, how are you going to pay it in you still have no job? How is that going to happen? It's not. So we have the next big thing of sacrificing people out in the streets, people that have been trying to buy a home. They're so far behind, now they're going to start losing their homes. So we're not out of this yet. So the last 3 cards I got from this is imminence when it comes to Biden, Mr. Gollywog and his friends there. Imminence, looking at what's around the corner. Vitality, okay? This Sleepy Joe thing is going out the door, okay? He's going to have more vitality and talking about people making their choices. Now I like that, like a flag. Okay, making choices. Are we going to stand up for each other? Or are we, like Trump would not denounce the Proud Boys and these uber right Nazi type things that are going on. So Biden is out there saying we need to make a choice. Are we here for each other, or are we going to keep feeding this divisiveness that's going on, that the Tangerine Tyrant and his administration have put first and foremost? Okay, which direction are we going to go as a people? So it looks like Biden is feeling pretty good today overall with what he did the best he could do with the situation at hand last evening. He did not lose his cool even after Trump was being so horrid about Biden's son, with those continued attacks that hold no water, okay? So I think that Biden was very generous not going after the Tangerine Tyrant's kids, okay? They're all in positions that they should not be in, okay? He could have easily gone after Ivanka and this money that he gave to Ivanka as a consultant, okay? And then took it off his taxes as a business expense. He could have easily gone after any of those, but he didn't. He kept his cool. So now shifting gears, let's go to the other one. Let's go to the Tangerine Tyrant. And how is he doing this morning? How is he feeling? How is his team feeling about what he did last night? They really need the next debate to have a thing to the mic to shut him off. 2 minutes, you're done, click, finished, and not let him do this next time. First card out, Clover. So, he's thinking, really, first thing that he got off, that he did okay? Really? I think that's what the Clover, let me look it up real quick. Yeah, that he got off easy street, the first one. New opportunities, good fortune, short-term gains. He thinks he won. He thinks he won, and he got short-term gains out of it. Pretty proud of himself there. So let's see what else we've got. Clearing. Retreat. I'm going to pull one more and see with that retreat. Now, I don't know if he thinks that he got Joe to retreat, or if they're trying to clear the air and get him to retreat for a while. But I think knowing his demeanor and things, yeah, tied up. He thinks that he thinks he dominated it and that he did a good job. I cleared the air, you know, I tied Joe up, okay? I made him retreat. He didn't get, you know, so he thinks that his bullying and dominating and domineering tied Joe up. So he's pretty proud of himself right now, patting himself on the back today. That I had good luck, I had good fortune, it went well. Woo, he's in a delusion. Okay, first thing out to be known is breath. I don't know, he didn't let Joe get a breath in sideways, basically. But let's see what we got here. He's taking a little breather now. You know, nobody can tell him anything either. Justice. else we got here? Justice, power. Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty proud with himself for dominating it. And about this maybe bringing in, he was talking about how many judges he got in and how Obama left so many seats vacant for judges. So that's what he's talking about today, about his and his wielding power and just dominating and being domineering, and he just thinks he did a fabulous job last night. What's being seen, it was a gift. A gift. Yeah, bringing things forward that the other side didn't want. Okay. Prosperity begins. Okay. Okay. So he's seeing that, you know, all this stuff happened that was, it's because of the virus. But I've done such a good job in gifting and giving people prosperity. You know, we're going forward. We've got a great economy. It's going to continue to get better. And it's all due to me. I did all that. I did all that. Okay. This was put in my lap. The China virus, okay, and I dealt with it remarkably. That's what he's. So let's see what he's saying this morning. Loss. What he's saying about loss. What about loss? Destiny. Okay. Well, I think it's, again, the thing about loss is, you know, working together with others. Couldn't be helped. This is an outcome of the virus, etc. We're working to make it better, okay? And that's it, you know. Again, trying to say that we're making things better, you know, and we need to open the economy. Too much is being lost by, and what happens? What happens? Like he said, oh well. Those that die, die, but we need to open the economy. We need to work together to get that. This is just destiny. This is just, you know, it is what it is. If those people die, they die. Oh well, but we need to get our economy up and running. We can't continue to have the loss of economy. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. So let's see what's at the heart of it. How he feels. Realistic. So what's at the heart of this? Realistic. He thinks that he's really brought the power last evening. He thinks he really brought the power. And solitude. Now it's funny that he's got this, but he's patting himself on the back and just thinking that he's opened a book to be looking at some of these other things again. Yeah, just starting this. He's thinking, realistically, I really brought it. The energy was really strong, okay? And, yeah. So what's being done? Free will. What's being done? Free will. We have the right to have our abundance again. They have a right to open the economy. He's all still about that. Firm foundation. And that's his whole thing is about no masks. Just like yesterday, the DeSantis, that fool DeSantis, has opened everything in Florida again. Free will. They have a right to not have to wear a mask if they don't want to. If they want to open, they need to be able to open. And we have a good foundation. We need a good foundation. It's all about the economy, okay? And, yeah, we need to go back to having a great economy. And this is what the people want. I'm giving them what they want, okay? I'm going to tell them it's all okay. That's what they want to hear, so that's what I'm going to give them. It's a lie, but that's okay. It's okay. It's a lie, okay? But that's what they want. They want to not have any more restrictions, and they have the free will. They have the right to do that, okay? So what else is there to be known? Rising Phoenix. What else is there to be known? Rising Phoenix. King of Swords. What else is there to be known? Balance. Okay, well, the rising phoenix is when, you know, something has died. He thinks he's energized it again by his thing, that he's transforming it, okay, by his dominating last night. And he thinks that he's balanced, is not that he's balanced, but it was good for his base. That's what he's thinking, okay. That he was able to manipulate the situation, that he was browbeating Biden. It made him look strong. He's fighting for the economy and saying what a great leader he is. Okay, and I'm clearing the air, clearing the field. I'm cutting them down. I had good luck, good fortune last night. I really hit it on the head. He's out in La La Land. He's really, you know, now I want to do, let's do one more layer. What does Trump's team, what are they trying to tell him today? Are they patting him on the back and saying it's fabulous, or are they trying to talk some sense into him? Okay? Are they trying to talk some sense into him? Because he's really got his chest puffed out and thinking that he did something fabulous. The message, yeah, we need to talk. And he's not hearing it. He's not going to want to hear it. Okay? We need to talk. So what is Trump's team? You need to prepare for the next one. The message is you need to prepare. Okay? There needs to be some preparation. So they're not thrilled with it. He's over the moon. He's over the moon thinking fabulous. Show what a strong guy I am. I dominated, ran over the top of him. What's not to love? Water. Yeah. This is, you know, they're seeing this is not solid. This is precarious. This did not hit the emotions of everyone well, okay? And you need to prepare. Yeah. You need to come up with a better game plan of misinformation and spin. Okay, basically. You need to get your act together. Because it basically was out there like howling at the moon last evening. So his team is not that thrilled with what it is, what he was putting out there. Okay? He thinks he was fabulous. So let's see what we've got on here. What's there to be known? Reject. Reject. What is there to be known? What is Trump's team thinking? Reject. Yeah. That rejecting that he really put Biden in his place. They're not too. Let's see. Light. Yeah, they're trying to. You know, Trump thinks that he really dominated and took Biden down. They're rejecting that. They're saying, no, no. They're trying to put some light on the subject. Trump doesn't want to hear it. Okay. So overall, Trump's team is not that thrilled with it. Okay, what did they see? They're trying to be a little realistic. Realistic about, you know, the past, this other stuff that's going on. About looking at those things. Fulfillment of wishes. About things that he's promised in the past that have not come about. Okay? We need to look at these things, you know, because realistically, there were a lot of promises made that were not kept, okay? So what they're saying, pay attention, okay? You need to pay attention. Need to pay attention. Lovers, the ones that you're working with, the ones that you are, the ones he's trying to court, we need to make some positive movement forward, okay? You need to get smarter, Trump. You need to get smarter, okay? So let's see what's at the heart of this. Uncover. What's at the heart of this? Uncover a way to get out of this, a way forward. We need to find a way forward. You're in some dire straits, choppy waters, heartache and loss, you know. We need to uncover a way to make this look better, because we've had a lot of loss of lives, loss of jobs, loss of, you know, and you are not doing well with your own thing. You've got your own stuff coming up now that's about to bite you in the butt. And that's coming out now, more with this taxes and all of that's coming out. So they're trying to be realistic with him, and he's still in this mode of, I'm so fabulous. I did such a great job last night. Puffing himself up, walking around like a peacock. And they're trying to trim his tail feathers, but he's having none of it. Okay, he's having none of it. So let's see what's being done. Ego. Ego. Yeah. Ego. The devil. Ego, the devil. Discontent, boredom. Okay. He's again trying to talk himself up. Okay. He swings from one to another, from the big bravado to the discontent and boredom and loss, and then again tries to talk himself up. He's so fabulous, nobody does a better job than him, and then he cycles down. So it's a feeling almost like a bipolar or something. In 1 second he's trying to talk himself up, and the next second he's, facing loss and some reality starting to peek through. So what else is there to be known with this? Breath. What else is there to be known with this? Fool. And power. Okay. So you need to, they're trying to tell me, you need to take a breath, you need to find a way forward, pick a path, okay? And power through, but do it, are you jumping off a cliff, or are you going to pick something better, better way forward? But you need to get something. You can't you need to prepare for another debate, because this can't happen again. Okay. They're continuing to try to give him the message, you need to prepare, you need to prepare. You got lucky with this one, but again, Trump's not having it. He thinks he's all that in a bag of chips, okay? So that was interesting to see. Yeah, craziness. Just craziness. So I'm going to leave this here. This is for entertainment purposes only. Oh, I forgot to get the last three. Mr. Gollywog. Gollywog and friends, what have you got to say about this? I forgot to do the three for Biden. I mean for Trump. But we'll do the three for his team. What do you have to say about his team, Gollywog? Yeah, okay. So what we got with this is contemplation. They're sitting there looking at things, instigation, looking at what he is attempting to instigate and trying to find shelter, trying to find a way to make this fly that will that you actually care about something. But the thing with the instigation with the white power thing, that's not looking good. So they're looking at that and how they can bring this home to make it better, okay. And what do we have about Trump? What do we have about Trump? Okay, so what Mr. Gollywog and friends are saying with Trump, he's celebrating now. But the disturbance is coming, and again, he's trying to break through, and get somewhere. But yeah. Anyway, so I'm leaving this here. Much love and light to everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this reading for entertainment purposes only. And all we could do is go forward. Much love and light to everyone.